we are preparing this paper with the Annie Karuma, University of Nairobi. I'm working with the Kenya Agricultural Research Institute. By way of introduction, Kenya tea has not been considered as a health drink. It is a national drink, as you have already heard this afternoon. It contains no additives. But nowadays, I hear in some countries in Europe, Western Europe, they are preparing synthetic tea. So I might be wrong saying tea has no additives, but sometimes it is happening. Tea was introduced in Kenya in way back 1903, but it started to be grown commercially in 1920s. There are various types of tea, but in Kenya we are growing 3 types of tea. We have Assam, which is high-yielding variety. We have been doing quite a lot of research on tea growing in our country. We have China also. It's a bit dwarf and shrub-like. And we have Cambon, which is a hybrid of China and Assam varieties. Tea is a major foreign exchange earner in Kenya. Actually, second after horticulture, 11, and contributes to 4% of the GDP. We are one of the major exporters of tea, accounting to about 23% of the total exports in the world. And we produce 370 million kilograms in 2007, 345 in 2008, and this year we are projecting to produce 320 million kilos. And this decline is due to a severe drought we have been having this year. Actually, since last year we got rains in the country last week. We also host the second largest tea auction in the world. It is done in Mombasa every Tuesday of the week. The majority of Kenyan tea production is sold through this auction. What I want to emphasize here is we should, as a country, be able to add value to our tea and also any other products we are producing, because it's unfortunate that this tea is being auctioned in Kenya but taken to Europe in raw form. Then we get finished products back to Africa. This is a challenge we should be able to meet and mitigate. We are exporting most of our tea to Egypt, Pakistan, and UK. I'm not sure whether we are giving some to Sudan here, but that's a point we need to discuss later over a cup of tea. Marketing is being done by Kenya Tea Development Authority. Marketing is a challenge also, and is one of the issues which is affecting tea growing in our country, because the chain of marketing is quite long. It needs to be, shortened so that we can be able to, the farmers can be able to reap their benefits, because it comes from the auctioners to the KTDA to another middle, organizing, and then to the farmers. So you imagine all these taxes, or rather these cards, so that the farmer gets not quite enough of what he should have expected. Having said that, I would say that KTDA also has done quite okay in terms of marketing the tea for the farmers. It's providing market of, to the tune of 314 or 315,000 farmers who are depending on tea. We have the Tea Board of Kenya, which was established in 1950. It is licensing the manufacturing of tea, and also is in charge of tea research. And there's quite a lot of research which is going on in tea. What is happening, every farmer is contributing to this body so that research can be done. So there is a cess which is deducted from every kilo sold by the farmers. And this is a contribution which goes to research. And we can say that it's also happening to the other commodities like coffee. Of course, when cotton was really booming in the country also, that was, we were getting some money from the cotton farmers to be able to boost the research. So the Tea Research Foundation is doing quite a lot of research. About 95% of the Kenyan tea is packaged for export. I was making somebody laugh that we are taking the very poor quality tea and we are exporting the cream of it to the other countries, which is sometimes a pity. We need the money, but also we need the best. So we are consuming 5% of the tea produced in our country. Kenya's production is almost exclusively cut, twist, and curl. Just take the 3 leaves, the band, and the 2 leaves. That's what I mean. Small-scale farmers market their produce through KTDA. I've just said that. And the small-scale farmers are growing 80% of the tea grown in our country. Of course, we have large-scale farmers who are also doing quite good in tea growing, and they are processing their products within the farms. In the case of small-scale farmers, we have tea factories distributed within the tea growing areas. By 2005, a total area of approximately 141,000 hectares, yielding about 330 kilograms. And currently the acreage is around 160,000 hectares. Mostly arid soils are found in the northeastern and northwestern part, bordering Sudan, bordering Somalia, and also Ethiopia. Most of the soils used for tea production are highly weathered, I've said that, and also are highly reached. The main tea growing areas, I've just said, and you can see the green areas, and this is a repetition because I wanted to repeat it to show you in a form of map form. And around 20% of the country is receiving that type of rainfall, 1,500 to 2,700 millimeters of rainfall. And the lowest we are receiving is 250 millimeters, northern part of the country. Tea requires 125 millimeters of rain monthly and temperatures of 12 degrees to a maximum of 28 degrees. They also requires an average of 5 sunshine hours. And the soils must be deep, well drained, with a minimum of depth of 2 meters, and with good structure and with the good porosity also. The pH ranges from 4.5 to 6.5, beyond which we have problems with tea. But now, since the liberalization, farmers are even growing tea in areas almost of 7, pH of 7, and they're having a lot of problems. Tea is a crop which does not require, alkaline soils, and therefore they prefer acid conditions associated with low calcium levels. Again, these are some of the issues I've just mentioned. Now you can see the distribution of acid soils in Kenya. We have 4.5 to 4.9. That's where we are growing our teas. But we have 4.9 to 5.3 in other areas. But the temperatures are not allowing us to grow tea in those areas, and also the rainfall. As much as they are low in pH, but there are other ecological conditions that do not allow us to grow tea there. Tea grows also on tropical soils that are rich in oxides of iron and aluminium. It is thought that from research in our tea research foundation, they have found that aluminium may play some regulatory role in the nutrient retention of tea, perhaps as a consequence of toxic ions. And most of tea soils are of moderate fertility, low in bases and phosphorus, and have great variability in their nitrogen concentrations. These are some of the from research which has been conducted by our colleagues in Tea Research Foundation. The texture conditions, we have got 14 years, 29 years, 43 years, and 76 years. Acid soils. Most of our potatoes are coming from the acid soils within the country. This is our second stable crop after maize. In Kenya, when we don't have maize, we are hungry, like when Ethiopians don't have teff, that country is hungry. Sweet potatoes also can be able to grow well in acid soils within our country, along with the other fodder crops, Napier grasses, and the other